Back here with you. So that was the opening video, and again, thanks Gary Shaw for doing that to us. So let's kick things off. We're a little after 2 o'clock. I'm going to go over the rules of the match. First of all, Airman's going to be on the left-hand dom, on the left-hand side of the screen, right where I have my mouse right now. That's Airman. On the right-hand side is Briguy. We're going to have a 5-contract limit, meaning you can hold up to 5 contracts, long or short, at any time. It's going to 1 hour time frame, time limit, and a $1,000 drawdown or a knockout level. If you lose $1,000 at any point during the match, you automatically lose. So with those are the play tail of the tape, and we're going to kick things off right now. So are you guys ready? Any questions?
No questions.
All right. All right. I'm going to probably interview guys as you're going along, and maybe ask some questions as you different trades and stuff. But let's kick it off right now. Set and start your trading. And you guys are free to start trading. Again, you can see that I want to go over a couple different things. First of all, if you make your screen large screen, it's very hard to see the screen. So what you should do is roll your mouse over the top of the screen, and you'll see a full screen icon come up. Click on that icon. You should be able to get a better view of the DOM. Before you even do that, you should also see a high definition button. Most times it's your computer might be broadcast on low definition. Change that to high definition, and then click on the bigger screen, and you should have a much clearer screen here.
Yep. If you can't get sync, maybe try medium.
Yeah, you can go for medium too. I'm always going for, balls to the wall. High definition or nothing.
Yep. And also, we'll be counting commissions 450 round trip, right?
Yeah, 450 commissions round trip. We're using the Infinity platform, which kind of represents one contract. If we're looking at 5 contract limit, so that equals about $2,500 in buying power. So you're thinking about $2,500 in buying power if you wanted to put that on a monetary basis. And right now you can see that Briguy on the right-hand side is short 1 contract. He's also put in some automated orders in his bracket, or in his ladder right here. We call it the ladder. On the other side, Airman waiting for a trade to set up. Now, let's see if I
looks like Briguy's got a stop up there, about 2 points up there. That red one there, I believe, is a stop, right, Brian?
Yeah, using a simple bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Define profit, define stop loss.
Gotcha.
So we'll talk about Briguy for a second. It seems like you're familiar with the ES futures trading. You do trade the futures?
I have to say, you got me into it, Johnny. It was a scary thing to me years gone past. I had no idea what was involved, and after subscribing to your site, I felt a little bit more comfortable about it.
Well, that's good. It is still a dangerous thing, with this,
yeah,
with this
sure
market.
is.
Well, I don't want to say, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But at least, to know that it's just really, it boils down to another vehicle to trade with, on the basic side of things.
Absolutely, it's always good to have that. Remember, it's not just about the ES. It could be the Dow futures. It could be the Nasdaq futures. You have different levels there.
Yep.
The Dow,
the oil futures.
Oil futures.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But talking about the index futures, the S&P 1 point equals 50. Basically, make it in swamp people terms, 1 point really equals $50. When we talk about the Nasdaq, 1 point equals $20, and the Dow futures, if you bought 1 contract, 1 point would represent $5. So each point you would see the right down here, actually on the DOMs, you'll see the profit and loss of the trade. And again, it's going to be a hard trade this session because of the lack of volume, and really we're pinned up here against the highs, so it's going to be a different strategy altogether. How about you, Airman?
I just normally trade like the SPXU or the UPRO. I don't have any futures feeds or anything like that yet. I've worked full time, so I've been listening to you maybe about a year and a half, and then I decided to finally sign up. And my goal is to by the end of the summer is to come home and trade full time.
Yeah. What do you work now? So.
I work at avionics
Right. That's
place
right.
as a software developer.
Software development. That's nice. So yeah, it looks like you could maybe even juggle both things.
Maybe for a little while, but my goal really is to come home. I like to work for myself.
Yeah, I think we all have that dream. Right now, you seem to be waiting on something. What are we looking at for you, Airman?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out which direction it's going to go before I jump in. I'm not too far behind yet, so
you're not at all.
I can be patient.
You're using the patience on your side, and then we got Briguy over here, a little more experienced in the ES. You can see he has his orders up there. He already locked in $12.50, and let's remember that each round trip is $4.50 round trip. So he took on 2 contracts. Yeah, he took on 2 right here.
So we're doing a maximum of 5 at one time, right? Right, Johnny?
Yeah, maximum is going to be 5 contracts.
Now, Airman, you haven't put any trades on yet, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure that mine is updating though.
No! So he's already bowing out.
There we go. Well, I see a trade up there. It says 5 up there.
Right, but my it doesn't look like my prices are
updating.
Yeah,
I have them on my side updating. It looks
like it shows 1263.25 right now. Is that where it is?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to move your mouse over the platform, and you'll see if the prices disappear off the ladder. I know that's kind of a side effect sometimes. Now, Airman, you were telling me that I believe it was you're a Mac user, right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I have Linux and Macs.
Nice. So you used basically a virtual platform and that you have Windows on for the Infinity platform.
Right, for this right now, yes.
Cool. I hear the show coming back. One of you guys might have it, the audio on.
Oh, is that messing up?
Oh, we hear it. It's not a big deal, but we can't hear it. He's listening
Muted.
to himself. Thank you.
So we got Briguy here. Actually, he's cleared off his platform. He's taking that 6250, and it looks like Airman in 5 contracts to the max. Remember, 5 is your contract maximum. And I like, it's okay. I'm expecting us to move higher off of this.
He's long here.
He's long.
The only problem with using your 5 is you can't, repair it or add, or it's the only problem when you use your max.
Yeah, I was kind of practicing with 10, so but we'll see.
Wow, I thought we were going to go 10. I switched it up on him.
We did 10 on Friday with Pivot.
Oh, he's making excuses already.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the name of the game. Until you get ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, match is actually we're going to set the match to go to, we got a little late start. We're going to set the match to go to 310. 310 will be the cutoff, 310. And we'll see how this works. How many trades do you figure you take a day, Briguy, when you do trade?
Well, in doing the ES, it could be 50 and 50 to 100.
Wow, that's a lot.
I'm usually in and out of a trade, in and out, but right now I actually am not trading the ES.
Yeah.
Actually, I still have money in the account, but I'm just not using it right now. Just kind of waiting for this year to finish up. Trying to be patient for things to flatten out into the end of the year. I do some options trading. I have a couple options that I'm holding and seeing how they develop.
Right here, close to that 2:20 Eastern time. 2:15.
And it is kind of a dull trade today, and I agree. You know, like this week, I came into this week trying not to. You know, I'm dying to get into the ES too. I'm like, all right, yeah, we're going to push higher. I should take this trade. We'll get a spike above 1264. But then it drags on. It just makes you, you know, it makes you think. I remember seeing that last week, Thursday, Friday. What a drag that was on the market.
Yeah, it was slow. Today's slow too. I mean, you can see by the participation on the viewers on the site and stuff. It's a little bit off. I think it's just a holiday wrap up.
Definitely here. Amazon pushing a little bit higher, back up above 178. Verifone here, moving on up. Google looking very strong, and Google really breaking out here just to keep you updated on the markets. And we're pushed up against the highs. Airman holding on to his 5 contracts. He has a stop out right above us, 63.50, which I think he has a good shot at getting. Right now, looks like Briguy is just hanging tough, waiting for the next signal. What kind of indicators do you use, Briguy? If you do use any.
Well, I have this new one I started playing around with, which is on Thinkorswim. They call it the TTM squeeze.
Okay.
And it basically is just a combination of Bollinger Bands and Keltner channels. When the Keltner channels, or I should say when the Bollinger Bands move outside of the Keltner channels, then this gives you a trigger. And what I like about it is built into the Thinkorswim is it actually gives you a tone and an alert when that does happen, so you can at least take a look at it.
Gotcha. Oh, that's good.
It's interesting.
You guys see we're pretty tied right now. We have 62.50 on both sides. He took that trade off. A nice 5 contract trade. Pushed up here towards that target. He grabbed it, and right now they're both flat, holding on to 62.50. A dead heat here. Now I got a little oversold bounce. Pull back right now. Actually pulling back off of the short term. Again, still the overhead highs right above us. Still lingering there.
I would think that we retest those highs, but I don't want to infect anybody.
Got Briguy going short 1 contract here. Every time he takes a short, he gets punched in the nose. Briguy now short 2 contracts. There's two areas down here that you can take a look at. You have the one which is current trade on, and these are locked in trades. Cumulative total right here, 62.50. Are trades already locked in, and this space right here where it's 0-0 is the trade that's happening right now. If it goes in this position, he locked in another 12.50, and now locked in 75. So chipping away at it, which is a nice level. It's going to be interesting to see how commissions play out in your trade.
Johnny, do you have the pit noise? I was thinking maybe that might be helpful.
Yeah, I'll bring the pit noise up a little. Actually, excuse me for that.
Yeah, somebody just asked me, said it might be good. It was Mr. Smith, by the way, that suffered that loss in the family with the plane crash, by the way.
Okay.
Three of them in on them at 330 here now, guys. Once again, 3 of them in on them at 330 here, guys. We are 3 even bid. 3's trading local, 270 bid.
Amazon starting to pick up the pace here a little. And we're really squeezing on Amazon. The market looks pretty good here. You know, I'm going to expect this pop through 1264.
Here now, guys. Once again, 270 bid on them up at 320 here. We're locally here now on a 62 270 bid on them off of that 320.
Yes, the last Friday's show was recorded and it's up on the YouTube channel and on the UTS site.
3 even bidding on them off of that 3 out off the year now. 3 even bidding out for you guys. Even bidding a half. 3 even bidding on them at 3 out here now. 3 even bidding out for you guys once again.
Wow, nice. Looks like Airman is kind of taking the lead there. Nice little action there. I didn't even see him sneak in there.
And local chop trade continues here, guys. Once again, 63 even Stu trade still video now.
See if we get a squeeze here.
Local chop.
They're both short here. They're both short.
Now almost to the tick that is for the opening price here this morning.
Could be a little pain coming in here. Let's see what happens.
3, they're trading 142.05.
Wow, nice. Right, Airman starting to get into a groove.
Guys, locals here now look flat to mixed here now. Once again, very thin light chop trade here now. Once again, locals look flat to mixed here, guys. 2 out, but I'm at 3. Half video now, I'm up at that 3 even here now, guys.
Airman here going long now.
I'm up at that 3 even here now, guys. 2 out, but now I'm up at that 3.
So he's just looking for, you're basically looking for a quarter on each trade with 5 contracts?
Yeah, just with it moving so slow right now, yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, now I'm up at that 3 even here now, guys. Once again, I'm an outright 2 out, but an out for you guys. I'm up at that 3. 2 out video now, 70s and 80s to trade. Locals only trade the 80s here, guys. I'm a 62 out, but I'm up at that 63 even here now. 2 out, but I'm at 3.
Let's see here. So let's find out a little bit more about Airman. Airman, you're down in North Carolina. Do you have a home base?
I'm in outside of Atlanta right now.
That's where you live.
Been here for about 8 years. I grew up in Florida, though.
62 out, but an out.
Born in Alabama.
63
okay.
Now, guys, I'm a local 2 out, but an out. The 270s and the 280s.
And Briguy down in Jersey. What part of Jersey?
Central Jersey.
Central Jersey.
I'm about 2 miles from the Outer Bridge Crossing, which heads over to Staten Island.
Okay, so not that far from the city.
70 bidding on them at 3 even here now. We're locally on now, guys, on a 62, 70 bidding on them off of that 3 even here now.
Tightly wound up here. Market's tightly wound up.
3.
Amazon 178.45. Tractor Supply Company pushing higher. An exciting match here we got going on, but you know, money to be made. We already have Airman here just taking a quarter, 5 contracts, taking a quarter at a time.
Your rim's up 6.5% today.
Bit of a light shot trade here now. I'm a 270 bidding on him off of that 3 once again, and a bit of a light shot trade here now.
And we got Briguy going short 4 contracts. You can see the cost average of his contracts right here, 63 and
270 bidding on him at
12.
3 now, guys. Once again, 270 bidding on him at 3 now, guys. 270 bidding on him off of that 3 even. 270 bid.
Yeah, both sides positive. That's a good thing.
On them off of that 3 even here now, guys. Once again, 2 out, but on them off of that 3. We got your locals only trading the 270s and the 280s here now. 2 out, but I'm at 3. Two out, but on them off of that 3 even here now, guys. Once again, 2 out, but on them off of that 3 even here now. 270s and 280s to trade them. A 2 out, but on them at 3.
NSPH, Nanosphere receives FDA clearance. Gram-positive blood culture test.
2 out video now, 70s and 80s to trade on them off of that 3 even here now. We're locally here now, guys. Once again on a 60, 270 bidding on them off of that 3. Two out video now for you locally here now, guys. Once again, 2 out bidding on them.
So far, none of them really with a negative trade on the board.
Nope. They're doing great.
They're doing pretty good.
Two up and in on them off of that. Three even here now, guys. Once again, two up and on them off of that. Three even here now,
Market
guys.
still looks pretty strong.
Two up and on them off of that. Three.
Pinned up here to the highs. No real signal on the 5-minute.
Nothing really on the 15 yet either. I think I would be surprised if we don't. I think we're going to retest it high.
Three even.
Man, it was bumping out a bit more clear. Now it's just kind of staying more stable on prices rather than letting me nibble at it.
Yeah, the volume looks pretty weak. I was just comparing to the last few trading sessions. Looks better than Friday, but Friday was to be expected really bad.
220 bid on them off of that. 280 here now, guys. Once again, 220 bid on them off of that. 280 off here now. 220 bid on them off of an 80. 220 bid on them off of that. 280 here now, guys. Once again,
nice trading there, Briguy.
220 bid trade.
Got that nice pullback.
Johnny, I see sort of a channel I was going to mention, kind of an upward channel.
Yeah, I see it.
We've got a couple of points on the top and the bottom, and we're headed downward. Make a third possible point if you had a bottom and top line drawn in there.
That's what I've been kind of waiting on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right there.
Dozed off. I'm not dozed off here. Dozed off. I'll show you dozed off.
So, did you guys tell us? I don't remember if you guys told us how long you guys have been trading, or full time, part time. How long you've been into it?
I've been trading for a few years, just very part time. Listening to you guys for about, I'd say, a year and a half to 2 years. Finally decided to pay up.
Yeah. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, I've been trading kind of part-time for a couple of years, and this year I tried to get into it full-time, and I didn't do too good with it. Had a couple of accounts blow up on me, so I'm trying to be a little more cautious with what I'm doing.
I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Most everybody, takes a beating a few times.
I have to say, I wish I would have found this site a lot sooner, because the fundamentals that Johnny uses and that the other traders here use are just invaluable.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. We always we hear that. A lot of people, they say that it's a great testament, to what we have here.
Yeah, I think it's our own, our own weakness of being who we are. That we could definitely, it's hard to put a finger on what makes a successful trader. But when you look back at it and just what you do wrong, and you try to correct it all the time, and over time, eventually you do that. So in the beginning, it is about realizing what works and what doesn't, and not trying to reinvent the wheel. Is the basics of trading, the basics of risk reward, basics of probabilities. It all helps. We just have to tie it all together. A little luck helps.
And it's something I've run into a bunch of times with other traders, is that you have to know why you're getting into a trade, and the answer can't be because you read it in a newsletter.
Yeah.
You have to know what's going on with it. I mean, because I've had times where I've gotten into something for all the right reasons, but then I didn't get out when it should have got out.
Yep.
Yeah, the good old newsletter.
Well, it looks like
I'll tell you what, I've recently tried out Twitter. His cousin Vinny got me onto it, and boy, there's a lot of scammers out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people buy into some of those penny stocks, and all they're doing is buying shares that whoever it was that sent out the tweet or the email, whatever they're selling, you know.
Yep.
Not always, but I think a lot of it's like that. Yeah.
Makes me mad.
Yeah, my DOM's not updating because what I see on your site, I'm way down, and I'm looking here, it's even. So.
Well, remember there's going to be a several second delay between what you see come back from the show.
I never saw mine go down though.
Oh, really?
So you don't know you're in a trade that's $500 down right now.
No, I did not. Until I looked up at this your screen, I didn't realize that.
Oh, man. What do you think the problem is there, Paul?
I don't know.
User error.
User error, huh?
So you don't. So Airman, you're saying that yours is still you're green.
It is not. It's not moving around at all for me. It's just sitting there.
It must be a memory issue on his computer, I think, because it's working on this
lost
side.
Connection, maybe. Can you log out and log back in, Airman?
Sure, I can try to do that.
I'll log into that account too. I just want to make sure I see what Johnny's seeing.
I'm getting refreshed on the screen here. All right. Maybe because I'm going through this virtual machine or something.
Possible. Maybe the host fell asleep. I don't mean you, Johnny. I mean the host of the virtual machine.
He did mean you.
I know.
Okay, now this is really weird because I'm showing that no, it's correct. Yeah, you're holding +5 and you're like 450 down, 437 on the trade, or you're showing down 312 in your total realized.
Right.
You back in?
Yeah, I'm back in. Now the price is moving around the way it ought to on the screen. So.
Oh boy. So what do we have to do? You want to keep that 5 contracts on there? We'll have to adjust this. You know, like I said, this is a process that we're trying to get some of the bugs out of the system.
You're glad this one wasn't the real money account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't the real money account.
Probably a good idea as soon as you notice, that you're not getting the update, the updates to say, mention it. We'll just remind people in case something like that happens to mention it.
Yeah, he did mention it, but we didn't. I saw it on this side, so it was hard not to.
Right, we don't know. Yeah. I guess we could have mentioned, well, he's down a little bit in the trade. What do you think about doing here? You can't add or whatever, and then that would have brought him to say, wait a minute, I'm showing.
Yeah.
It's just sitting here. Now, Airman, do you have charting up too as well, like another platform for your?
I did until I started seeing this problem. So I shut them down so that I didn't have too much bandwidth coming, and I thought maybe that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Could be Skype if he's not used to having that running all the time.
Maybe, yeah. I would think the Infinity thing is not really going to use a lot of bandwidth, though. It's probably going to be closer to, it's a couple hundred K. Skype will use, a couple hundred K without video. Might have something to do with the virtual machine.
Maybe it comes back roaring back with that 5 contracts, and then we.
There you go. Yeah.
Hopefully you get that back here. You still have plenty of time. We're going to take this to 310. What we could do.
What is Briguy at right now?
Briguy is at $575.
And he's long as well.
He's long 2 contracts.
Basically break even on this one here.
And you're basically, you can see yours now. Current trade down 312.
Flat. Well, no, I'm a little down right now. Right?
You could be like Rocky. You could flatten it out, start from, work your way back. See if you get a good,
He's probably a wizard over there. He's just kind of talking himself down.
Yeah.
Making real money with the right hand and just playing around with the show with the left.
Mr. Software Engineer for Aeronautics. Yeah, okay.
Testing vulnerabilities in the platform. He tested on his own. He tested on his own first, and then he's going to test it on yours in just a minute.
Pip maker. Oh, on your screen, if you have the small window, just as you go onto the website, and you just see the small window, underneath on the bottom of the window, you should see a little thing that says low, high, it's a quality thing right next to where it says videos. Click that on high quality, and then roll your mouse over the screen, and you'll see a icon come up. It says full screen, and click on full screen, and it should give you a little better view there. Paul, you ever think we get this like laser sharp?
No, I mean we're approaching the limits of the. I mean, even if you have fast enough internet there at the office where you could pretty much broadcast in 1080p if you wanted to.
Yeah.
The problem is there's going to be so many people that can't sustain, a 3 or 4 megabit, connection. And then when people want to go, play the show back, well, playbacks would be different on a recording because it will buffer like a YouTube video. But we would probably have too many complaints on the actual, bandwidth being too. I think our best bet, Johnny, is just to get Andrew and those guys at Infinity just to make it so we make those fonts larger on the actual pricing. That would solve so much of it, just 1 or 2 sizes up on the fonts, and then we could keep the resolution we're at, and people would still be able to read it fine.
You think we separate and do our own little server, like whenever we do these, something that's kind of more, but that doesn't matter. It's all based on the end user's bandwidth, right?
Yeah, as far as watching the show, yeah. I mean, if we pumped up the resolution a lot higher, it's just going to be more people complaining about spinning circles and stuff. And the fonts really are pretty darn small on the screen. I'm looking at it now, even full screen, and even if it was super clear, they're still pretty small. They're not even close to how large you have it on your ES chart. They're a lot smaller than that.
Yeah.
But if we could get them that size, I think no one would really complain. It would be a great feature too for Infinity to include in there. If we did our own, if we did our own streaming server, it would be probably cost prohibitive. It's just simply best usually to use a third party, company like Alchemy, like Livestream does. And, but you're right, you would still have the same bandwidth constraints, at the other end. I guess we could maybe experiment with some, maybe at least for the pretend shows, we could experiment with some, custom-made simulator platform that we could make our own fonts any size we wanted. We could do that, but then that would not be valid when we start doing it with real money, because we need Infinity to do that with us. So really the best bet, and Andrew did tell me, he said that they're going to make a font size picker, in the next version. So just how long it takes him to do that, we'll see.
Okay, well, hopefully Andrew will get that done.
I know Speed Trader, I asked him to do that for me because I was broadcasting, with the Speed Trader chart for the ES, and it was like 2 weeks later it was in there. So I run a nice fat font, so people can easily read the number. I think it's probably a little more complicated when you do it though with the futures, the actual, the part that actually executes the trades. It's not as easy as just the charts.
Yeah. All right. Well, not to take anything from the trade, I see Briguy doing a nice chopping this market up here, already up $650. Mm-hmm. Again, Airman, I understand you had the issues. You kind of come back to a break even on that last trade. So, are you you still gonna hold that 5 contracts and let it go?
I think I'm about to get out. So
start trading a little more aggressively.
Just gonna hang on a couple more seconds here.
All right. I just want to make sure it's working properly for you.
No,
it's working okay now.
I'm logged into Airman's.
Yeah.
And it is completely stalled on me. And I'm on an i7 laptop that would make most trading systems cry. I mean, it's just completely stalled on me. The stream is good. I'm watching you okay. I'm watching my own charting. It's fine, but it did stall on me, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's just sitting at 250 down, and he's +5, and it's just stuck at 1262.
You think it has
So
something? Yeah. Oh man.
I can confirm there's something going on with that one.
You're listening to Excuses on Easy 105.
That was pretty good, man. Now I'll take a screenshot of it and show you if you want.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
No, I mean, typically I would expect that this is my platform would be doing this, and I'd be the one sitting there twiddling my thumbs. It always works great when it's not real money.
The good thing, I was able to look over at the broadcast, and I said, wait a minute, that's not matching, So it's a good thing we had that compare. And,
what are you doing logging into his platform? Isn't that doubling up his bandwidth?
Well, I mean, it shouldn't. I'm not logging in to his computer. I'm just logging into the order server. That all these things are on. So it should be able to handle, a couple of logins. But I did that after, that we noticed the problem. So.
All right. Just making sure.
What are you worried about? You got a nice lead. Looks like Airman's about ready to break even on this one, though.
Yeah, but I can't get it to put the trade back in.
Have you got a quantity showing up there on your?
Oh, yeah, it changed some. You're right.
There you go. When you log out and log back in, it goes to 0 on the cars.
That's a pain. Yeah. And when you hit cancel all, it does that.
Yeah. I noticed, but you guys are using stops at all, or are you just kind of mentally using a stop and your fingers on the button kind of thing? Or now, Briguy, you did have some brackets in there, so the stops were there. But
yeah, I wish I could have. I was doing it mentally, but when it stalled, then I. Yeah,
I went into the properties and set the multiple levels for having multiple trades, but I don't know if I've done more than 2 at a time, so it hasn't really triggered multiple stops.
Oh, okay.
I learned that from, I forget who, but it was somebody on here did that in the show once.
I think Trade for Pay may have come on, and we were talking about how you could do that. And I think also Andrew showed how we could do it.
Yeah, probably Trade for Pay. Is he on that Moonshine show?
Might be.
Yeah, that's him.
And how is that guy a fireman? How is he a fireman and a moonshiner now? Like they don't know that he's a moonshiner and a fireman. He's the chief of the fire department, and now he's what are they gonna say when they see the episode?
Yeah, well, you see where he lives. How many firemen are there out there in the woods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot less firemen than there are moonshiners.
Well, he got taken out. It says, look, Airman got taken out of his trade. Then again, we're pushing back up towards the highs of the day. So again, you can start fresh here now, Airman. You have a little work to do. Right now, we got Briguy up 662, and I don't know if that's changed or not on that. And Airman up $312.50. He's just taking another long here, 5 contracts. He's going to start chopping away at this market quarter at a time. Briguy here taking 2 contracts short. 3 contracts short. And you can see his limit orders in here to take on additional shorts if we move up with a stop up above this.
Learjet, am I doing a tech show tonight? I could do that. We leave really early in the morning. I head back home, but I could do that. Like 6 o'clock our time here, right after dinner. Maybe I could do us a tech show.
Learjet, leave the guy alone, will you? Pressuring him to be on
He's on
online
vacation.
all the time.
No, I've had a good time in the last couple of weeks. And I haven't been on. I did a couple of daytime shows, but I haven't done any nighttime shows. Did the gas chamber one last week, I think it was, and we did 1 tech show, I think. Well, yeah, I can do a tech show. We can plan on that if you want.
Look at the Airman coming back strong. Nice trade there. That was a nice little catch there. Closing the gap here, fast. Chopping down the tree. The tree is named Briguy.
Have you taken a loss yet, Brian?
I don't think so. But to be fair, a lot of this is because of the way the order gets filled on the demo versus a real account.
No joke.
So,
yeah, it's a dream come true, isn't it?
If only. But you still have to use some of the same methods with the indicators.
Yeah, absolutely.
220 bid on them off of that, straight down out, 220 bid on them off of that, 280 off here now, 220 bid on them off of the 80. Two half bid on them off of that, 280 here, guys, local here now, two half bid on them off of that, 280 here now, light local here.
So, Brian, you're using Thinkorswim, did you say?
I am, yeah.
Choppy here now, guys, two half.
You ever looking at tick charts?
280.
I'm using a tick and different minute intervals. Yeah. I have on my tick chart, I'm using 30 period high and 30 period low averages, moving averages, which creates a channel.
Right.
And that came up on a webinar at some point, and one thing I found is that the different futures behave differently.
Mm-hmm.
I took a course earlier this year on crude oil futures, and they can jump around a lot quicker than the ES does.
Yeah, Trade for Pay's mentioned that before on a Trader Spotlight.
Yeah, so when I first started trading the ES, I was kind of expecting that because I didn't know any better, and that just wasn't happening. It was very methodical, except for when news comes out and there's a spike.
It's like both you guys are short here. Airman, he's going for it though. I mean, he's got 5 on. I'm going against him a little.
Yeah, going against. If we get a pop back up here, all right, we're very close to the highs, but you guys are doing a good job so far. We already got There's always a point in the match where there's a trade that goes horribly wrong. And then, that's usually a turning point in the whole thing. We almost reached that before when we had the breakdown. That was just a tech issue. I don't think that counts as a mistake for Airman. It was just a tech issue, and he seems to be holding his own right now.
I guess the question would be, Airman, would you have gotten out of that trade? And
yeah, I would have gotten out if it would have went more than maybe 1 point.
Okay.
I wouldn't let myself get that far.
Okay. Dixie Beaver says hello and happy New Year to everybody.
Hey, Dixie. I was gonna ask you to put her on while she was in bed with you.
No, this morning, yeah, no. I was not in bed. I was actually, we have a little table in here, so she'd have been kicking me if I was. She was trying to. They was just throwing stuff at me.
Oh yeah.
It's hard, man, to get used to the West Coast time, and I mean, it's just so weird, waking up, and I was up at like 4:30. Go use the bathroom. The damn dog is going after my knee, leg. It's a great dog, but 4:30 in the morning, it's pitch dark. He doesn't expect somebody to be walking around in his house,
Pretty close match here. $262 separating us. 5 contract max. Both are short right now. Airman short 5 contracts. Briguy short 1 contract, but he has some shorts lined up above us, right up to 63.75. So he actually has some shorts right up to this level, which is nice.
Blue Flame there asking in the chat room if Briguy could go over his main indicators again.
Well, using the stochastics, the general intervals 314 I'm using. I think I've seen some others. On my tick chart, I'm using the 233 today only because we've got such low volume. And then the moving averages are 30 period, but instead of being the close, I changed it to the high and a 30 period low.
How about you, Airman?
I just use the stochastics, just kind of what Johnny does too. Except for, like I said, I normally am trading the SPXU or the UPRO or something like that. So.
Right. Yeah, and for those out there, the SPXU is a 3 times bear S&P index, or the target is 3 times, so it goes up when the S&P goes down. And the UPRO is the other side of that. It's the bull side of that. They're both ETFs. They mirror each other in the opposite direction.
Right. On the days when Johnny's saying be real careful, then I use the SSO and the SDS instead, just so I don't get killed as bad.
Yeah, today's one of those days. I mean, you force yourself to. The overtrade is important, not to stay away from that overtrade. It's great when you feel the trade and the channels are there, and you feel the upside bias here. I mean, I can't help but feel a little more upside here, and we're going to take it out. So it's, you can't help. Even sometimes you might see a signal here that's saying, all right, looks like we had a nice push up here, and makes more sense to get a short pullback. But there's something about this market tends to, like we saw Thursday, Friday. Even though you could get overbought levels, we might not see that pullback. We might get that flush up to 1264. So it takes the technicals. These type of days are a little difficult with the technicals. I'd rather just be let's get through the January trade, and unless you double think the market and say, well, but you don't want to think too much. You want to just say, well, the upside bias is there. You're either in it or you're not.
I see Brian's got a big stop on there. And Brian, are you putting that stop up there basically because the technical levels are there, not just the distance, but the actual?
Well, actually, it's more to do with the platform. It's just to have the bracket order there, and then I can move it a lot easier than.
Right.
And then if I didn't put it there, then I'm going to blink and it's going to shoot up on me.
It could be, yeah. I just noticed that it's right up there near the highs. It would also be a logical place that you might decide, that this is definitely not working, when you're in a short like that.
Yeah, I would probably move it more to 1264 if I was doing that, which would be above our last group of highs. I don't even have any prints on here. Since we started, that's over 1263.50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we started about 210, which, a tough trade. It was really one good move here from 1263 down to 1261. But considering the range, and considering, $825 in an hour. And this range is fantastic.
I could live off of that.
Yeah, why not? I can't wait to get the accounts funded and let you guys go at it.
For the record, I heard about that after I signed up.
Oh yeah, of course. No, definitely, absolutely.
I signed up on the website. I thought that was going to create like a round robin kind of a thing already, but I didn't realize I had to start calling people out.
We're trying to add a little excitement to it, On a day like this, I want to hear some bad blood. It would be great to have a bad boy trader in the room, NWO, New World Order.
Well, ES Junkie, so many people have asked me, when's ES Junkie going to get on and do this thing, And so, he's kind of been quiet lately, but he told me, he said, any Friday, anybody, any Friday.
Anybody, any Friday. Get those T-shirts printed up.
There you go.
Wait, go register that domain.
Yeah, anybody, any Friday. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I tell you, it's gonna be amazing. I just want to get like I said, I got to dedicate a whole computer. We got to start, have this thing all set up, prime time, ready to rock. None of this, none of these issues like of the platform freezing up on us halfway through it. You know, trading with live money. That's all. We don't need that.
Who did the oil futures training? What are you talking about? Oh, Trade for Pay is asking. Was it you, Briguy? That
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the question?
No, just Trade for Pay is wondering which one you guys had some experience with the oil futures.
Not me.
Well, I wouldn't call it experience. I mean, I had the one course, and it's a guy who strictly and here's another thing: is you could just pick one equity or one futures contract, and you can make a good living off of it. And that's what this guy does. He was doing it live at the show, so he wasn't BSing you. And
Right.
On one day it was low volume, so he realistically told everybody if that happens, you just can't trade. I mean, he forced some trades and lost $2,000 that day just to prove the point.
Mm-hmm.
But on a good day, he's making 5 figures.
Nice.
But he's a beast with it. He uses e-signal. He wrote custom indicators for it. Hired programmers and it's a pretty detailed thing.
Netflix pushing here 71.75, climbing, melting up.
Wow, talk about it. Just watch. Doing the Trader Showdown here and watching the tick by tick. It really does come out and shows you. We look back just an hour. I mean, basically, we're at the same level we started out at. How that? I'm going to get Joe the Trader on here trading his system. I want all systems on here.
Johnny, did you get that email about SWHC I sent you?
Oh no, Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, I had a chance to look at it. It just caught my eye just the other day, and it's like doubled in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's up around.
Oh yeah, look at that thing.
I mean, it's a cheapie. It's $4.50, but it's just climbing like crazy. I wonder if there's any news out there on it or whatever.
End of the world coming.
Yeah.
Diamond Foods, DMND. Oh man, what a chart that is. What a chart that is. Man, why didn't we see that?
It was SWHC stock spinner, Smith & Wesson holding.
Yeah, that was a beautiful rampage there. Diamond Foods stock spinner.
Yeah, both of those.
DMND, right? The Diamond Foods. Yeah, I traded this one in the past. I know he came out with some pretty bad news recently. Gap down and had a couple gap downs. It's not bad. I mean, I like it right now on the pullback on the 60-minute setup. I have to look into it more. There's some interesting levels. What happened on the December 8th, 9th? Something happened. Well, getting back to the trade here, we're coming down to 10 minutes in the trade. 10 minutes in the trade, we got Briguy up $900, and wow, you know what? Airman here closing the gap, $812.50, but currently down $187 on the current trade right now, which he is short 5 contracts. Briguy is this is a very good match, very nice match.
It is. Very good. Good job, both of you.
Yeah, that was something. There was some news out there on the Diamond, so it does look like it is.
Wasn't it accounting or something?
Yeah, accounting, something. I think that RJ was mentioning that too in the room. Irregularities.
They went to like ShopRite and had their accounting done or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't coming out right.
Gold, ladies and gentlemen, once again has been in a bit of a balance here now, chopping it up right around 50.
It is a choppy trade here. Look at this. 812 to 900. It is down to the wire. Again, 10 minutes to go. We got Airman sneaking up on Briguy.
Products closed, bonds closed up here now, guys. About 10 ticks from this morning's opening price. Kind of quiet trading right now. Continues here now, guys. Once again, we have 220 bid at 80 with the 2 apps trade. Holiday type trade present for you. 220 bid at 80.
I got the postman ringing my doorbell. Clearly not a listener to the day trading radio.
He has to step away from the trade.
Maybe he'll do like the FedEx man does and just get really efficient and just toss it out, toss it into the bushes.
Yeah. They don't sign for anything anymore. They just leave it on the porch. $100,000, $1,000 computers, they just leave it.
$84.37. Delta Lima Tango Romeo hits new 50.
And look at this. We are $25 apart now. And right now, Airman has taken the lead. Airman has taken the lead.
Oh, wow. Awesome, man.
It is back and forth now. It's Apollo and Rocky. 1,000. He breaks the $1,000 mark. Congratulations, Airman. In an hour.
He's long 5, right? He just took another one. Yeah. Boom. Actually, I have a delay. Maybe that already happened. Yeah.
Oh, maybe he already won. I don't even know it.
No. Nothing's over till it's over.
I think he figured out my technique.
That's right. I figure you're the only one that can talk smack, though. So.
I try not to.
Now it's going to be interesting. You come down to that last 8 minutes, and now it comes down to strategy right now. It's no longer about making money. It's about keeping the bragging rights right now. So how is he going to do? I mean, they could be mirroring each other, but right now they have opposite trades on. It's going to come down here. Briguy short 3 contracts. Airman long 5 contracts. This could be. Oh, they're both flattened out. Well, actually, Airman is flattened out, taking another $62. The short here might be going against Briguy a little. This could get interesting. He continues to chop it down. Airman just taking a quarter at a time.
This could go either way. The stochastics are kind of middle way here. The Bollinger Bands are pinching tight. We could head back down to the 62 or head up and touch that 64, the channel there.
Yeah, this is not a place to be trading.
No.
For real.
Airman taking another 5 contracts, taking it off. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but my commissions may end up.
It's going to be a close one. Both of you guys.
I don't think you got to worry about that.
No. Airman probably a little bit better on the commissions.
Yes, I think so.
I don't know. He's been taking a lot of little quarter point. 5 cars, quarter point. So
won't add up. It's going to come down to. It's going to be exciting. We have to give Airman the benefit of the doubt. He did have a little platform mishap earlier. We have to go to the judges and discuss how we're going to deal with that. I say to let the best man win at this point on now.
Could be a good call for a rematch since technically it didn't go exactly like we wanted.
I'd love to see this rematch. I'd go pay-per-view with it.
So he's short right now?
Briguy is short 4 contracts.
Why are you going to be talking about my height? Really? We're going to go there?
1250 here. Airman 1250. We're down to 5 minutes, Briguy. And I'll just let you an update. He's up to 1,300 now. He's turned into a machine.
I wish I could do this with real money.
Yeah. You can, but only if the volume is like huge and it's really choppy, and then you get blown out in both directions.
You will be able to do it with real money next year.
And that's not too far away.
Yeah.
A little bit of green volume there coming in from candle and the volume.
We're very close to the highs of the day. And it looks like, this is going to be a major issue right here. We got Briguy here short 4 contracts. Airman's long 5. But you know what? Airman just playing it safe. He's not risking anything. He's just chopping down a quarter at a time.
We are now 320 bid now, guys. Talking 63.20 bid now. I'm off of that 63 half.
4 minutes to go.
320 bid now. I'm off of that 3 half off. We are now, guys. I'm again a 63.
1500. He's starting to put a little distance between.
20 bid a half. $320 now for your local here now on a video now. $320 now local here now on a video, guys. $320.
Yeah, we're not far off the highs at all.
No, we're gonna push those highs right now.
63.20 bid at 63 half off for you guys. Local on a 63.20 bid now. Paper comes in off of that 380. That's a 380 offer. $380 off here now. Locals off of that 383.20s trade.
There's a few minutes left.
3 half here 320s trading here now. I'm a 3 even bid. 63 even bid now. I'm off of that 63.20 here. 3 even bid now for you. It's a local bid here now. 3 even bid now. I'm at 320. Out for your local video now. I'm off of that 320.
Another thing that I'm looking at, just to let you know, is the quantities on the bid and the ask. And you know, you can see it kind of bouncing back and forth. But if you watch the quantities, you got a better chance of knowing which way to catch that quarter.
Yep. It does help. That's what I use. Of course, it's always changing, though. That's the only thing. You got to keep watching it, because a lot of it's kind of just decoys that are being thrown on.
Yeah, that is true.
Short.
That works.
That's 63. I'm off of that 320 local offer. You're at 320. 3 even bid. Even bid on them off of that 320 now, guys. Got a 63 even bid on them off of that 63.20 off for you guys. 3 even bid out for you light. Even bid on them off of that 20.
So Briguy, Airman is what you're doing is you're taking directional trades based off the stochastics for a quarter. So when you get a setup on the stochastics, you take your quarter shot to the long side when you have an oversold level, and when you have an overbought level, you take the quarter trades to the downside. Airman, that's Airman. Right now, coming down to the last minute of the trade. 50 seconds to go. Looks like a good match overall. I mean, you got to be proud of both of you guys, really. You know, I think in any case, this is a good.
The Brian short 3.
Brian short 2 right now.
2, okay. A little bit of delay coming back to me. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
What's that, 1,700 to 13 something?
Yeah, it's 1750 versus 1262.
We got about a minute left.
Now we are done right now. We just crossed that 310 level. Just hit here. We're going to flatten out your trades. We'll just flatten that out for you there, Brian.
All right.
Good trading, both of you. I mean, either one of you could have won this. You know.
Hey, we both made money. That's the deal.
You're both winners. But
that's right.
For the record books, Airman goes down with the win. Briguy, you go down with the loss. But you both qualify for trading with live money. And
hey, are we supposed to add up the commissions?
Yes, let's add up the commissions.
I'm
My
doing
bad.
it now.
My bad. Brian, you're gonna do that.
I don't doubt that you're still right, but
Let's add up the commissions.
I'm not sure, because I made an awful lot of trades.
You gonna do that, Paul?
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
yeah, $8 is $8 though.
8.
1250 minus 450.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Two out video now, 70s and 82, trading on them off of that, 3 even here now, guys, launch again, 2 out, put it on them off of that, 3 even here now, locally.
War Eagle, I saw that in the chat room.
Airman, are you a vet?
No, I'm not. And sometimes people confuse but I just chose a name, maybe in '95 or something on some board, and I've always used that.
AOL.
On his age.
Prodigy.
Oh, Prodigy.
I had that one too. Good old 96 baud modem.
Get that Netscape loaded up.
Oh yeah, Netscape.
AOL, all that.
The good old days when you could get
someone
it.
tell me,
University, so that's they had the internet at that point anyway. So
yeah, we had trash 80s at my high school. Does that count?
Well, the one of them's locked up on me here. Let's see what I'm doing wrong. The UTS-2 looks like 105, I believe, trades.
I want to double check. 105.
where do you find the number?
On the horizontal account manager, if you hit the little thing, the little blue book, second icon from the top left.
They're actually in positive territory, but are hanging out near lower extreme of their range. Guys, the euro currency now has had a
$67.50.
Can't remember when I
$67.50.
Once again, the euro currency now has been
That sound right? What do we got here?
No, 105 for Briguy would be 105
Oh yeah, no,
times
no.
450.
670. What did I push down? I probably pushed the wrong number.
I had 160 round trips. It says.
Okay.
Products have been video, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about once again. We're talking here now. Metals are down.
I got 765 total.
772. All right, I got 472.50 for
Commissions.
Commissions.
That's the commissions.
Commissions.
Yep.
And guys, I do have silver down 1 1/4% down 28.69. Route right, 2 out, but an item off of that, 3 even here now, guys. Once again,
And $720 for Airman for commissions.
For Airman, really?
Yeah, right. 450 times 160.
Nice. I realized he was actually had a little bit more, right? He did have more.
And we do have to get this number of contracts standardized because I set all my multi-brackets up for 10.
Yeah, well, that was kind of like the secret ingredient type of thing. You never know until you come into it. So I should announce it a little bit before, and then you have a time to set it up. You have 5 minutes to get your ingredients together, get your team together. But we'll announce it the next time in the future.
Yeah, and we could do something else other than the ES. We could do something different.
And I need that 5 minutes to get my hands taped up.
Yeah. Airman one. But did you get the results there, Paul? Did you do all the calculations? Do we have the official results?
Well, we had the I had to shut down the we're 1,700.
All right,
what was the actual gross figure for
Let me do it. I'll do it right now. I just thought.
If he's over 1,000, then he won. That's it.
Yeah, but we need it for the records. So I just need to get
1812. Is that what it was?
Yeah, 1812.50. Huh?
Okay. That was the gross, and the 160 trades, which is $720 in commissions.
This is why Andrew's a millionaire.
So his net was $1,092.50.
Who's that?
Airman.
Airman was 1,092. 50 cents.
92.50.
And that's Airman. And then what was Briguy?
I think 765 after commissions.
765 after commission.
Which is still a good day's pay.
That's a great day's pay. All right, good job, guys.
That's for a day.
After commissions, Brian, it's Airman had 1,092.50, and Briguy had 765 even.
Yeah, I see how you guys worked this. You had Paul ganging up on me with Airman. That was really good. I appreciate it. I see where this is going.
Who knows?
I'll take you on any time, Brian.
Logging in, placing the secret trades. I understand it all now. It's getting clearer.
I thought they were the ones that were holding me back for about 10 minutes so that you could get ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's all conspircy.
Two sides. Oh, wait a minute. We're trading ES? I was on...
what were you doing trading that gold?
6E.
This is a good show, though. You guys both did awesome.
It was extremely fun. I'd like to do it again. Unfortunately, I can't normally do it during the day, because I'm working all day. But I'd like to have a nighttime one time.
Excellent. No problem. We'll do that. I apologize again. We get a couple tweets saying that it's kind of blurry. I know it's kind of blurry. We're working on that. Again, this is just something that's working the bugs out. We're definitely working the bugs out of this, how we do this and trying to make it better.
Well, the main thing, you see the direction. You can see if somebody's, short or long. You see the direction of the market, and we're covering, as we go, who's up and everything. So we'll continue to do that, even, as we improve the screen quality, so you can watch and don't have to listen if you wanted to.
And Paul did a great play-by-play last week. I thought it worked out really good.
Yeah.
So I have a question about a live account with real money. Is it harder to get the fills?
Yes.
That's the main problem, right?
Yeah, it's a lot harder. Now, the cool thing about the Infinity demo, the real demo that anyone can go and register. If you guys want to register, you can go to the Ultimate Trader Showdown. There's a Infinity Futures banner over on the right-hand side. If you click that, fill it out, they'll give you a demo account. If you practice with that platform, connected as a demo user, it's actually harder to get fills than it is in real life. The price actually has to cross past what your ask is. So if you can make consistent money using the demo, usually you can. It's just as easy to make it in real life if you don't factor in your emotions. But as far as the actual technical levels of where the actual fill starts to happen, the demo requires the price to completely pass through the level that you're asking for it. So in real life, it definitely would fill. For you. This platform that we're using, the simulated platform, is really the fills are next to instantaneous, which is a little bit, it makes it for an exciting show maybe. But I think we're going to take care of all that, aren't we, Johnny? When we go to real money. So
yeah, we'll take care of that issue. All right. Let's get back to the markets. You guys, Briguy and Airman, I thank you so much, and I appreciate the support.
Thanks, guys.
Good job.
And I have to say thank you because you give a lot of information, and it's really helped me in the last year and a half since I've been listening to you. So that's why I decided to go ahead and pay up.
Pay up. $29.95 a month, $1 a day. Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you, Johnny.
All right. Thanks, Paul. And Paul, great co-hosting. You got to do more of these.
No problem, man. I love it.
You got to definitely do more of these. You're a natural.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Let's see you.
All right, man. I'll see you on the other side.
All right, man. Bye.
Excellent. So let me turn that back off. We'll get back into the last hour of the trade. Yeah. Wow. It is kind of a stress. It's not stressful. It's just it just takes time to get this thing, like anything else. We're doing something new. I think we're going to do something that's revolution. I'm not going to use that word, but it's going to be something new for the markets. We just have to wait for the technology to catch up. We deal with what it is. I don't think the blurriness is going to matter too much as long as you're trading with real money. I think people will get the idea. And we're back here on the markets now. Basically, prices left off right at where we started off, 3 hours ago. Not much is going on here. We had an early morning spike out of a downward channel, a little pullback, another upward channel now, and a breakdown. So two directional trades, two recognizable channels, a break out to the upside, and here we have an upward channel potential break to the downside out of this. And you can actually see that happening right now. I want to stop the recording right now just for a second so we could archive that show, and then I'm going to come back in just a minute, less than a minute. Just give me a second to reboot this.
SHLD, Sears Holdings.